Hello, everyone. Welcome to From the Shelf. And today we will be discussing the sequel to the original Alien titled Aliens. Ha!
You sound a lot more upbeat about this one.
It's just funny that they didn't call it Alien 2, it's just Aliens.
And then in comes the non-existent third movie.
So before we talk about the movie, I do have a really small, brief announcement to make. Every video we do post a link to our Discord server in the description. It has now been changed to 18 plus. So if you do want to join, it's an adult-only 18 plus server now. Just forewarning.
It kind of makes sense because the show is also not exactly kid friendly. So
yeah, we drop F-bombs and make lewd jokes all the time. So if you do want to join, feel free, but it is 18 plus. So just so you're aware. But now back to your regularly scheduled program. So Aliens is a direct sequel in story to Alien. Not so much in tone. Because right off the bat, this is not directed by Ridley Scott. It's not directed by James Cameron. And this is an action movie. This is not a horror movie at all.
Honestly, despite the change of director, I think it is somewhat tonally similar, but not. Yeah, it's definitely a different genre, though. Less horror, although still plenty of horror elements in there. But I thought it was similar enough that I was like, oh, yeah, this is clearly part of the same franchise.
Well, I'll say it doesn't feel like a complete 180. Like, you can still tell, this is the same universe, same creatures. They expand the creatures' mythology and their life cycle a bit.
Oh yeah, this movie sets up the bulk of the lore for the series moving forward. Like, pretty much all of it is established in this one.
Well, because in the first one, all you know is they come from an egg, they infect people, and they're really, really, really evil.
And in the first one, it's all murdery. We already talked about this, but So I don't know if that was like a change of plan or what, but yeah, in the first one, it's just killing people left and right. In this one, I don't think they directly kill anyone.
Oh, they directly kill plenty of people in this one.
Do they?
Yeah.
When? Oh, the pilot, the one pilot character.
The one pilot got slaughtered.
Who else?
Burke.
Do we actually see what happened to Burke? Because it kind of just cut away.
The thing had its bloody tongue coming out and hit him in the face.
Oh, okay. So I ended up watching the director's cut, which I don't remember seeing that. Okay. Anyways, moving on.
You don't see it; it's just implied, and then you never see him again.
Oh, okay. I honestly just assumed that he got taken, and the usual.
Well, they dragged Hudson down, but you don't know if he got. Anyway, that's not the point. So,
yes.
This movie still follows Ellen Ripley, who has been afloat in space in hypersleep for almost 60 years. Woo!
Yep. Aside from the time jump, though, it does pick up like exactly where the first one left off.
Well, it's her and the cat are just floating away after they ejected the Nostromo drone, which leads to a whole nother movie altogether, but we'll talk about that another day. So she wakes up and finds out that they are colonizing LV-426. Why?
They need more planet.
I mean, I get you find out why in the movie, of course, but Ripley's whole thing is just fucking why.
Yeah.
And she's right.
Now the company, though, they are aware of the xenomorphs, right?
Yes.
And they know that they're there.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. No. These people suck.
They're. I don't know which species is worse. You don't see them fucking each other over for a percentage.
Yep. There you go.
They call it out right in the movie.
They really do.
I love how Burke's like, I'm with the company, but I'm really an okay guy. Oh, really?
Are you? No, Burke sucks. We'll come back to that.
Burke is such a piece of shit. And you can tell this is a James Cameron movie, though, because, you got Kyle Reese in here. You got John Connor's foster mother in here. So, some of his usual cast members.
Yep. Directors like to do that.
Yeah, they do.
I get it. Yes, like I said, I did watch the director's cut of this. The only thing that really matters in it, though, is the mention of Ripley's daughter.
I don't understand why they cut that out. Because it would also give more credence to the Newt thing later on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
And why she has such the maternal attachment to her.
Yeah, of the cuts that were in it, that's probably the weirdest one. A lot of the other stuff is just like, here's an extra scene or two that doesn't really do
So I
much.
think that leads into Alien Isolation, doesn't it?
Yeah, because that's I'm pretty sure it's Ripley's daughter who is the main character of that, and now finally she's a bit more mainstream.
Alien Isolation's a whole other can of worms.
Yeah, well, we're a different kind of gamers that we don't. Not yeah, it's definitely not our cup of tea.
Yeah, but the build up to getting to LV-426 is fucking ridiculous. Like, these soldiers are such meatheads, which we kind of talked about in Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, it tends to be a trend.
Mm-hmm. And then you have a synthetic who Ripley is not happy about.
Right off the bat, they set up tension between them.
Well, they make you think Bishop might also be a bad guy, and he's not.
Are you sure that knife trick thing? I mean, he was being a dick.
I'll take Bishop over Ash any day.
No, I like Bishop. He's chill.
He's a good dude. Who isn't chill though is Hudson. Oh my god, get it together, man.
Game over, man. Game over.
Exactly.
That is his whole character in a nutshell.
They're in the walls. They're coming out of the goddamn walls.
Not sure why this guy wanted to be a soldier.
Dude, the commander who reminds me of Sergeant Johnson from Halo, as soon as he gets that hyper, he just immediately starts munching on a cigar. And I was like, okay, bro, your priorities are straight. Sure. And the lieutenant guy was such a douche. I forgot his name. Who was like, this is only my 34th drop, but the others were simulations.
Was it Gorman?
Yes, it was Gorman. He was a shit.
He gets knocked out pretty much as soon as stuff starts happening.
So we were talking about this in the first Alien movie, where it does take, just like the first one, it takes a while to build up the xenomorph.
Oh yeah, no, it's a very slow burn. They don't actually encounter them until almost exactly the halfway point.
Honestly, it's better paced, I think, in this one, because they're also set up the entire time.
Now, I would say this is definitely better paced than the first one, but I do still think there are pacing issues. Although, again, I didn't mean to watch the director's cut. It's just what came up. that probably didn't help.
But like you see when they get to, go ahead. You see when they get to LV-426, the room's all fucked up. And clearly there was a battle here. So shit has gone down. But that's the first time in the series that they're name dropped as xenomorphs.
Yes, it was, which actually I completely forgot about that because it's not said much.
It's not said in the first movie at all. In this one, they're like, there might be a xenomorph there. What? So they're name dropped as xenomorphs. Or do they say Xeno or do they say Xeno?
I'm pretty sure they said Xeno because they said it twice, and I think
it's Xenomorph.
I'm a bit confused about whether or not people believed Ripley at the beginning.
They didn't.
Okay, but then why did they go along with what she was saying? I'm a bit confused about the whole setup, and more than anything, why did they bring Ripley along?
Burke knew she was there. Burke knew they were there the whole time.
So why bring Ripley along at all? Like I don't get that part.
He didn't want to waste his soldiers, so he was going to have her impregnated. That was his whole plan.
His plan was to do that the entire time.
The entire time.
Oh, I felt like he came up with that later. Okay.
No, that was his plan the whole time.
Burke sucks.
Burke's a piece of garbage. But speaking of that, dude, that face hugger scene where her and Newt are in the lab, that shit was intense.
No, I think I actually have that written down as that's probably my favorite scene in the movie.
It's up there. It's one of them. And I do like Newt, even though that poor girl has lost everything.
Yeah.
That's another reason why I don't get why they cut out the daughter scene, because...
Yeah, no, it would have definitely added some credence to that whole relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Because as far as, from Ripley's perspective, she just lost a daughter that was about that age. Like, why cut that? That's so weird.
And if you just watch the theatrical cut, it's just like, okay, Ripley's just trying to protect this little girl. Fine, like that works, but
yeah,
it would add so much more credence if you had the daughter scene in there.
And she shows up and she's like, "Oh, cool! This little girl survived this attack. I sure hope she makes it through the movie."
But it's funny to me how always in movies like this, well-trained soldiers just don't stand a chance against these monsters. Because The same thing happens in Dead Space. Also, all the soldiers get killed by one necromorph.
Yeah.
And the same kind of thing happens here. Just a xenomorph shows up, and they all just don't know what to do.
No, that's funny to think about upping the ante this much, because in the first one it's just one, although it's one on a spaceship, which is very different than many on a planet. So,
But there are a ton of them in this movie.
that shot where they're crawling through the ceiling.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, and I love how they're still really good at hiding in plain sight.
Yep. Yeah, well, they still
the
blend
first
in.
girl that gets killed, the xenomorph's just behind her the whole time, like, hey, how you doing? I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, they're good at that. You know what they've never shown?
What's that?
How do they make the freaking cocoons?
I don't know. You never see them do that.
I was just saw that, like, the weird scaly walls or whatever, and then the cocoons. I'm just like, what? How did they do this?
Xenogoo. I don't know.
Yeah, sure, whatever that is.
Sure, whatever. I love how Ripley goes from just being like the advisor to immediately like, nope, I'm going to save their asses because you're stupid. I'm going to go save everybody.
Yeah, and this is why she's still praised as one of the best action heroes.
She is one of the best just action protagonists in a sci-fi movie, period. I will die on that hill. It's a shame she never got another Alien movie. It's a shame, really.
It's very, very, very sad. No, and as always, I mentioned this before. The artificial person expresses fascination with the xenomorph while dissecting a facehugger. Like, thankfully, Bishop's not as crazy about it as all the other ones seem to be.
Not even a little. He's just like, yeah, human safety is a bit more of a priority.
Yeah, which is great. But he is still fascinated by the facehugger.
No android is as bad in these movies as David, and I will die on that hill.
Man, you're dying on a lot of hills today.
Because David, oh my god, we'll talk about him another day. Not this day.
I like that they plan on nuking the site, which is obviously the right choice. And then the ship crashes, and then they're like, okay, well, that plan's out the window. But then the site is still about to get vaporized anyways.
Yeah, basically.
Like, well, your plan works whether you're out of here or not.
Well, I mean, it was the right move. Like, yeah, we just got to kill everyone because it's heavily implied that all the colonists, aside from Newt, are dead.
Yeah, it is.
And dude, when Newt falls into like the water and gets taken away by the Xeno, I was like, oh no.
It's actually one of the coolest shots in the movie when the Xenomorph comes out of the water. It's something about that scene is actually like, it's filmed better. Like, it's sharper, it's clearer. I don't know why that scene just stands out, but there is a jump in quality.
It's a really good shot, yeah.
But I don't know why that shot is just so much sharper than the rest.
Then the confrontation between Ripley and the Queen Xenomorph. Oh man.
Introducing the Queen, again, setting up that lore.
I love how she's the main antagonist in 2 movies. Because the Queen Xenomorph, I believe, is also the main antagonist of the first Alien vs. Predator.
Yep. Final boss.
She's really just there to be the final boss of this and Conquer's Bad Fur Day.
But before we get into more of the Queen stuff, going back to Burke being a total dick, when it's revealed that he's like directly responsible for getting all these colonists killed, and he's just no remorse whatsoever.
He's such a piece of shit. He really is.
And then obviously right after that, you get that awesome facehugger scene, which is very tense.
And then Hicks is just like, yeah, let's just waste him. Fuck it. I mean, it's the right idea.
And then you find out about Burke's screwed up plan. I'm like, really?
Why do these people keep thinking they can weaponize the Xenomorph?
I don't know.
It's never going to work because they're just going to overrun and kill you.
Did you watch Alien Earth yet?
The first 2 episodes.
Oh, well, you made it very far.
I'll get to it eventually.
But yeah, anyways, so Ripley obviously goes back into near certain death to save Newt, encounters the Queen, and continue from there. Sorry.
Dude, that scene with the Queen. That thing is creepy. And it just, after Ripley kills all the eggs, she's like, yeah, no, fuck you. Breaks herself off her sack and is like, I'm coming after you with a vengeance.
I do like that little tense showdown. Like, Ripley doesn't know how smart the Queen is or isn't. So she shows the flamethrower, like, here's what it does. Queen goes, "Wait, no!" She aims it at the eggs, and that's how she gets out of that situation.
She's like, okay, you can go. You can go. It's fine. It's fine.
Which actually also sets up like, oh wow, they do understand things.
Well, they're not. Yeah, they're not stupid.
I mean, most of them are babies, so they
Yeah.
should be.
But no, she is not. She is not. And then, yeah, once Ripley lights them all on fire, the Queen is just, yeah, no, you're gonna die today.
I'm actually curious if Ripley was going to do that anyways, or if she only did that because one of the ovomorphs started to open.
Well, you could gauge by the way Ripley tilted her head. She was like, you know what? Fuck you.
But she didn't do that until after one of them started to open.
Exactly.
That's why I'm like, was she going to do that anyways?
I think if it didn't open, Ripley would have just taken Newt and walked away.
Yeah, I mean, because why wouldn't she have in that scenario?
It's like, this place is going to get nuked anyway, so whatever.
Yeah, basically.
But also, that scene where we talked about the pilot getting killed, that was brutal. She's going to get her gun, and then Xenomorph's like, hey, you're going to die now. And the blood just splatters everywhere.
Yep. Although, I mean, this is still very, very tame compared to horror now.
I was about to say, this movie is not particularly overly violent. Granted, neither was the first one.
There was it's actually it's such a quick shot. There's one shot, and I wasn't even sure I saw what I thought I saw, so I had to actually go back, and yeah, I did. At one point, a xenomorph, it's during the first encounter with them, one just explodes, and the blood just completely covers a guy
all over that dude's face. Yeah,
but the shot is like less than a second.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's so fast. I wasn't even sure I saw it, and I was like, oh yeah, no, he got covered in that. But you don't see the aftermath of that at all. Like,
no,
so if you're not. Cloud's upset about this.
Yeah, he is. You know, there's a couple of the most violent scene is when Bishop gets ripped in half.
Yep, which is
he's an android, so it's not red blood, so it's fine.
Yep, completely allowed in a PG-13 movie.
These movies do get a lot more violent later, like AVP Requiem, for example. Jesus Christ.
Well, it's actually funny. We were talking about Predator Badlands is more violent than this movie.
And that's PG-13.
Yeah, just to put things in perspective.
But that final battle between Ripley and the Queen, it's pretty cool with the loader.
Oh yeah, it still gets referenced like crazy. And of course it's after they do another fake out they're safe. Haha, psych.
A lot of alien movies do that because Romulus does the same thing.
Yeah, it's a trend.
Mm-hmm. But you know, this scene gets referenced in Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Exactly. Yeah, we talked about that.
In Conker's Bad Fur Day as the final boss.
Yeah, it gets referenced like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason for it. It's really cool. I love how Ripley's go-to is just launching these things into space because she's now done this twice.
Yep, which actually makes me wonder where that Queen ended up.
I wonder if it just fell back into LV-426's atmosphere and just burned up.
Yeah, they weren't that far away. Maybe.
Well, I mean, the Nostromo one ends up on another ship, and that's what leads to Alien Romulus. But
we don't know that yet.
That's a review for another day. We know now.
I like that her first move with the loader is to bitch slap the Queen.
It was so awesome.
It's just the first thing.
And then was Hux just unconscious that whole time?
Yeah, it seemed like it. I think it's Hicks, isn't it?
Did I say Hux? Hicks, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was.
I combined Hicks and Hudson together there. That's what I just...
Fusion?
Yeah, exactly. Patara or Metamoran fusion. But, you know, I still, to this day, this is one of my favorite sci-fi movies. I think it's the best of the series myself. And I am sure I will watch it again at some point.
You already know that my favorite alien movie is Romulus.
Romulus is good. I actually do enjoy Romulus quite a bit.
It's not. I mean, it's a me thing. It's just a lot of these movies are older, and I don't have the patience for the pacing. So that's
so you're an asshole.
Oh yeah. That's why we're friends.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the Xenomorph is still one of my favorite movie monsters. It just is.
Oh yeah, they're badass, and I don't think they're ever going away.
No, they're too iconic. They're actually really scary when done really well. And despite this being an action movie, the Xenomorphs are still they're a pretty big threat.
Definitely.
Yeah. I will definitely, like I said, one of my favorite sci-fi movies, and nothing's going to take that away from me. But Cody,
Yes, sir.
what do you got for me next week, my friend?
Okay, so this is a total coincidence. I was not meaning to double up on alien things, but my next pick is Cloverfield.
All right. Is that an alien?
Debatable. There's a lot of behind the scenes lore for the Cloverfield. I'm gonna call it a franchise, but that's a stretch.
None of them tie together, so
Whether or not it's an alien is up for debate, but it might not be. It might be more of a Godzilla type situation.
But we'll figure that out next week. So, thank you guys for listening to us today. We do appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Take care.